The Red Monster Inc. podcast is intended for a mature audience. Discretion is advised.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Red Monster Inc. podcast. I am the DOJ here with Mac.
Hello.
How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, man. How about yourself?
I'm here. No, I guess I'm doing all right for sure. Like, I can't, things could be better, but I can't complain for real.
Yeah, 'cause shit could always be worse.
Yeah.
You could be like having to drink your own pee.
It's very true. You could be getting your face smashed in with a pickaxe like those people in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I went through that whole game.
Yeah, y'all finally finished all the streams.
Yeah,
Like, got to the end of it.
I imagined what every murderous thing felt like. I don't know if you're one of those kind of people that watches horror shit and can envision what it would feel like to be fucking murdered in a terrible way.
Sometimes, yes. But most of the time I try not to. So, because it sucks.
Especially things that are abrupt. Like there's a spot where you get fucking shot in the shoulder with an arrow just out of fucking nowhere. And like the abruptness of it, I could just imagine the sharp fucking pain of just like being impaled by an arrow.
Damn.
So that was a rough fucking go streams. I think me and Chance are actually going to do like a deep dive podcast on it, just because it's so much. It's so much shit to unpack.
Well, goddamn, it was what, like 17-something hours?
17 hours, and we didn't really I didn't consider the fact that there was a part that he played through just to kind of grind a little bit. So ultimately, it probably would have ended up being more like 20 hours.
Shit.
So, but I did forget there was a part that we missed.
Oh.
I don't really remember why, but yeah, there was a little bit of a time jump at one point, but nothing that I think really impacted the story. If you would like to go back and watch them, like,
yeah,
they do have some funny ass fucking moments, and eventually there will be a highlight video. It's just sifting through 17 hours of shit.
Yeah,
Chance is getting me timestamps.
That'll make shit a lot easier.
Some of the more funnier moments, and plus we just kind of started making up our own shit as we went along, just to stay sane. So
lighten the mood a little.
Yeah, because it is a dark, fucking depressing game. But yeah, I don't even know how I got off on that tangent. Feeling things when people murder people.
We'll just have to rewind it and remember what we said at the beginning.
But anyway.
But yeah.
We were talking about things could be worse.
That's right.
You could die terribly.
Pickaxes.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Went all the way around. But anyway, I do want to say we love doing this show, like, a lot. Like, this is therapy for me and Mac.
Fuck yeah.
But we're also not, like, naive and oblivious enough to realize that, like, our show numbers are way, way down, and have been for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Pretty much ever since the pandemic hit. Like,
we started off kind of good with a couple good episodes up at the beginning, because we were like, freedom, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then it just...
We had draws then. Like, we had people that could come on that people actually wanted to hear what they wanted to say. Like, and honestly, that was really just fucking fluke. Like, we knew some people. But yeah, like, we want to definitely, want to boost our numbers and shit, like, but I don't know, at this point we're like, what the fuck do you guys want? You don't talk to us. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. We're definitely gonna keep going. I don't know. Like, it's a weird time right now, just in life in general. So it's hard to say what the future of this channel is gonna be, but I don't know.
I'm sure it's gonna evolve and continue evolving.
And I think once we start, being able to get guests and stuff again, that'll help, but for right now, you're stuck with us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. You and I.
Kitty's trying to break in.
Yeah. I have a kitty. I don't know if I've officially said.
You have not.
If you watched our streams, you can probably hear him dicking around in the background, but I have a kitten. He is currently at the door, being a little bitch. His name is Brody. And the reason why his name is Brody is because, long story short, a stray cat showed up at my mom's. They started feeding it. She had babies. Then she became an inside cat and had 3 kittens. And he was the bruiser of the bunch, according to her. So I named him after Bruiser Brody, the wrestler. I don't know if you know anything about Bruiser Brody, but
not a whole lot.
He was one of those kind of people that like really committed to making you believe that he was a fucking madman.
Wow.
And he was kind of lived his gimmick, but he was fucking hardcore, man. Like, he was one of those stab you in the head with a fork kind of guys.
Well, I think you fucking hit the nail on the head.
Yes, because he is a fucking fighter. He is always getting blood on me.
If you come over here, guys, wear fucking long pants.
Yeah, for real. Like, he is.
Your ankles will be a mess.
He is constantly trying to fight my hands and my feet, and I've got him an assortment of toys to try to distract him, and he still loves to fight with me. So
it's like, I need the taste of your blood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've watched a lot of shit on kittens and raising cats. Like, there's a lot of that stuff out there now on YouTube. And I was like, I really want to try to do right.
Yeah.
This time around, like, there's things I've done with previous cats that I was like, if I'd have done this,
earlier on.
Right. It'd be less of a headache later. So I'm trying to train him as best as I can, but he is a fucking handful. And he is a madman, like fucking Bruiser Brody. Like,
for sure.
But yeah, very fitting name.
But he's awesome.
He is awesome. I love him to death. He went and got shots the other day and actually spent the night over at Mom's house. Like, so this was the first time he had been around the sisters and the mom since, coming here.
Right.
He tried to play with them and stuff, but I mean, he plays rough, so I think one of them was kind of warming up to him, but the other one's very antisocial and was hissing and like, fuck you.
Being a pussy.
Yeah. And then I think them all going and getting shots, everybody got riled up, but Mom said that he was a very good boy. And
good.
The sisters were bitches, but by the time it was all done, he was on the couch with Mom. He didn't want anything else to do with them. So
he's a loner.
He's my kitty.
He's the fucking alpha, is what it is.
Yeah, and it really and truly, both of the girls were kind of sketchy. I was like the other one, that's not as timid now, kind of got to assume the alpha role when he left. So
yeah.
I was like, well, that may have opened that one up a little more, to being like, well, there's not that mean asshole trying to stop me from getting food, so
it's like, and wow, my sister is a real bitch. So I can fucking
I can just smack her the fuck around. Fuck that bitch. But yeah, everybody's been in the process of getting spayed and shots and cat stuff. Wow.
You can get his ass fixed, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. The minute I can.
It's not too bad. That's not too expensive.
Yeah.
It'll mellow him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot, but
right. He's still gonna be a bruiser.
Yeah.
Regardless.
He's gonna like to play rough.
I'm trying to raise him to be a chill lap kitty.
We'll just have to get him getting stoned a lot. We'll get him some good catnip. Some hydroponic catnip.
I put some of his toys in it, kind of coat it with it.
Yeah.
He didn't really, I mean, he's crazy anyway, so I couldn't really tell, if there was a reaction or not. But I do have some, but he's already so crunk, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's worth it or not.
Fucking cats are awesome.
Yeah.
I like all animals. I can have dogs, cats, birds, snakes.
Yeah.
I love all
That's what I say.
shit.
You've always been an animal person. There's so many videos of Mac, back when I worked with Mac, of Mac picking up random turtles and just crazy shit, Just
look at this. Oh, look, it's a squirrel. Hey, come here, buddy.
Yeah, like Mac's all about it.
Squirrels are kind of cool pets.
There are people that
they're messy as fuck. But yeah, my sister's got one that saved him. He fell out of a tree. And
does he like hang out in the house or like?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got some video or pictures of him rubbing his big dick across my head.
Wow.
Yeah. Just balls on my shoulder.
We need that.
Yeah.
To put up on the screen.
I'll hook that up.
Yeah, do that. I'm sure everybody would get a kick out of that.
Oh.
Getting teabagged by a squirrel.
Actually, I'm see if I can find it right now. Oh, there's a good shot.
Oh, wow.
Balls right there. Just pow.
Oh, that's fucking phenomenal.
I got my nuts on your shoulder, bro.
That's fucking wonderful. But yeah, I was curious because, you see a lot of people that'll, they'll kind of domesticate squirrels, but they'll still, let them go and let them do the thing.
They tried. He wouldn't fucking leave.
Wow. So he's just like, no,
this is no, this is cool. This is
home now.
Yeah, I'm right here, guys.
Wow, that's crazy. But I guess if you raise something, like that,
yeah, because that thing was a fucking baby.
Yeah,
when they got him.
Hey, people have pet possums, and I guess if you tame something, when it's young.
He's missing ears. So when he was a baby, they were getting his formula ready, and they were boiling some water for something, and he jumped in the fucking pot.
Oh my god!
And pulled his fucking ears off.
Wow!
Like, sit still, bitch.
Yeah, for real.
Look what you did.
You did it. We didn't do it. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Yeah. God. Don't you know this boiling water? I know you're only like 3 days old, but shit.
Figure it out.
Duh.
Hot stuff is hot. Stupid. It's like with kids, Just gotta let them burn the shit out of themselves.
Yeah. You won't do that again, will you?
Yeah, you figured it out.
What's this do? Touch it. Find out.
So, Dave Bautista is confirmed that he's leaving Guardians of the Galaxy after Volume 3.
I saw that, and he's he feels like he doesn't want to try and keep up anymore with staying buff.
Because he said
all the dieting and strenuous exercise shit they have to do.
The biggest thing is he just doesn't want to be shirtless anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's getting in his 50s and he's having a harder time maintaining that swole ass Drax body. But it's like we talked about before we came on the air, put a fucking shirt on the man, put a sleeveless
or something.
Because we talked about it, Batista's always probably going to be a big dude, even if he's not hardcore working out. So just get him a Under Armour type top,
Yeah, he's already fucking. I mean, you paint him green and with all the patterns and shit.
Yeah,
put a fucking bodysuit on his eyes.
Yeah.
That's all right, dude. Just let that gut hang. We'll put a corset on you.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up for the movies.
But he also said in the interview that, he really attributed a lot of his success to James Gunn, giving him a chance with that first movie. And
for sure.
After 3, James Gunn was done too.
Right.
And that, he was fine to end it there. But in a way, I was like, oh man, I love Batista's Drax. He's fucking phenomenal.
I just hope we get to see him in some of the in-between movies before the final third one comes out.
Yeah. I don't know what they'll end up doing. I know people are supposed to be popping up in each other's shit along the way.
Well, I mean, I would assume they'd have to.
Yeah.
Keep everybody kind of oh yeah.
Right now, there's so much speculation on this third Spider-Man movie that it's super hard to tell what the fuck's going on.
Right.
But I don't know. It's hard to ignore all the stuff you're hearing about. Essentially, there's stuff from Tobey's universe and stuff from Andrew Garfield's universe that's going to be intertwined in this movie somehow.
Which will be interesting.
It will. I don't know if they're going for a Spider-Verse as much as maybe just trying to open up this idea of the multiverse for when they get into Strange.
Right.
I've heard rumor that Strange may even be involved in the Spider-Man movie somehow.
Oh, that'd be neat.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing.
I mean, they're both in New York, so
there's a lot of
it
things.
wouldn't be too far-fetched at all.
I don't know. That is one thing I can say about Marvel. Like, you know, after Endgame, it got kind of like, oh, well, what the fuck's next?
What's
but
next?
like the slow build that they're doing, like they're really crafting something. You know what I mean?
I fucking hope so.
They're trying. They're trying to. I don't know. I felt like with WandaVision especially, I was like, there's so much stuff that can be impacted from that alone. Like, I'm still like, what happened to the White Vision?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he has the consciousness of the Vision now, you know, so is he Vision? You know, like, there's a big theory, like, there's a lot of theory videos on that. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, like, he just dips. Like, you don't know where the fuck he went.
Where'd you go, dude?
So, that's got to play out later, I'm sure. So it's telling you they're going to do that Armor Wars movie that's centered around War Machine.
Oh.
But, like, I'd heard that he might play into that somehow, which would make sense considering Tony and Bruce made him, you know, so I don't know. There's seeds laid for some shit later that I'm like, what is that gonna be like? You know? But I don't know. They've done well to this point, you know, so I feel like, I don't know.
Don't shit the bed, guys.
Yeah, just, I don't know. Hopefully they're taking their time and making it gonna be something cool, so that whenever you finally do get like another Avengers movie, it'll just blow your fucking head off. Or something, you know, like.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who what the new ensemble is gonna be.
I'm kind of excited, to be honest.
Well, because you
got like a new Avengers. You know, they've done it in the books. You know.
Oh yeah.
It's more modern. You know. Because honestly, like, I can't recall like the actual, like, the full roster of the new Avengers, but I know like Vision and Falcon's Captain America.
Right.
I want to say either Peter or Miles Morales. There is a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
In the new one. And then, you know, they're talking about Shuri being the new Black Panther. You know, so I was like,
are they going to that
I've heard
now?
that. I've heard that. That's what I want to happen, because that happened.
What makes the most sense?
What happened in the books?
Exactly.
You know? Like, it's the perfect way to go about it. But I mean, there is a Black Panther 2, so somehow they're going to explain what happened to T'Challa. So I mean, to me, that's the only thing I can assume would be next. You know, I think by the time you get to the new Avengers, you're going to have like a new roster.
Oh, for sure.
But they're going to make it.
You think Wanda is going to continue to be an enemy of the state?
Wanda's story is complex, man. Like, there's a lot of different ways you could go with Wanda. Good on them for selling how powerful she is.
For sure.
That's something a lot of people don't realize is, like, in the comics, like, Wanda is considered, like, one of the most powerful beings in the MCU. You know?
Well, Jesus, she made a whole town be...
That's what I'm saying.
Completely under...
Think about how many consciousness, like, she had to operate while doing that. That's why I thought the idea of, like, where it got to the edge of the city and everybody's just not getting the signal, you know what I mean? Like, that was like, wow, bro. Like, that's when it really hit me of, like, holy shit at the magnitude of this, you know what I mean? Like, because they're just on fucking autopilot. They're you know, they've been controlled, you know, up to that point, but, like, her mental capacity couldn't reach out that far, you know. Like, I don't know, crazy fucking concept. Like,
it's pretty insane, because if you think about if she had learned that type of power when Thanos was around, she totally could have just destroyed him.
She could have made him destroy his fucking self.
Yeah.
You know? Like, fucking slit your throat, bitch. You know, like, and honestly, a lot of people overlook it, but, like, she was the closest to beating Thanos. They even mentioned that in the show. the Asian dude said something about
Yeah.
you know, came close with Thanos, you know, so I was happy that they like were like, oh, this is it's not Captain Marvel you need to worry about. It's Scarlet Witch. For the most part, we think Captain Marvel's on our side. With Witch, you don't really know, especially now with the aspect of the kids.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how far is she willing to go to get them back? You know, like, so, I don't know. Pretty crazy. Her final form looks dope.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the new suit.
Have you seen the meme for the worst death in the MCU? Her costumes progressing from her first showing till her last reveal in the show.
Yeah.
They made her cleavage disappear. Further No more tits for you guys.
No more tits for you. You complain too much.
We don't want to over-sexualize our heroes, but we're going to draw these cartoon chicks with some donks.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's what sells books, yo. Well, it's like, don't they cover up Scarlett Johansson in the new Black Widow, don't they? I don't think she's all busting out of her shit anymore either.
No, I don't think so.
Because, you know, in Avengers, they were like, pow!
Yeah. Watching that ass run around in the tight black leather shits.
But, you know, like, especially with a character like Widow, you know, there was a lot of criticism about her character and, you know, like her being over-sexualized and stuff. I was like, yeah, but in the same breath, like, she was a spy. Like, that part of her thing was being, like, seductive, you know, like even that spot, you know, when she's been interrogated in the first Avengers, she's playing, you know, like helpless girl, you know, and,
like, I'll do whatever you want,
and then gets the call and just completely shatters character, which I thought that, you know, that's what made that scene great to me. It was just
for
like,
sure,
I'm doing a fucking thing, you know, like I almost had this fucking guy. You know, like,
now I got it. God damn it.
Yeah. Now I gotta break a chair over his face, you know, like, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, sometimes people just get way too uppity about that kind of shit.
But it's also like, if that was real life, she would do that. She would use her attractiveness to get the information she needed.
A lot of the femme fatale characters do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they hook them in. What the fuck do you think a Black Widow does? You know, like,
yeah, but those same people who are bitching about that probably have an OnlyFans option. It's like, well, you're glorifying her, selling her shit. What's the fucking difference?
It's okay to objectify women in private. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the public eye, though, no. Never.
Keep that shit behind closed doors.
Yeah. You know what I think?
Jeffrey Epstein situation.
You know what I think is funny? Is like, feminism is like such a thing that it's like a porn niche thing of like the feminist hot chick getting fucking banged by, like, you know, like, it's just funny how like porn evolves with society, you know, like whatever becomes a thing, they're like, people will get off to this, you know, like, like, you know, not to make light of any of it, but like the you know, when there was a lot of police shootings, police porn got to be a really big fucking thing, man. Like, I was like, it's crazy how that shit works. I've come
across videos where they're doing the same thing with like soldiers and taking
Arab
chicks.
Yeah, it's always been a thing.
Fucking the Mexican cartels taking chicks, and I mean, you're right. It just flows with whatever fucked up thing is going on. Let's make a porn parody about it.
Right, I was about to say, the parodies, you know, especially if it's something that's like booming, you know, like they're all over it. Somebody's already got a fucking parody of it. Like, every superhero movie that comes out gets one, you know, like fucking old cartoons, you know. So like
anime
fucking,
is the shit right now, so you got all these fucking waifu shits and
that is a big, I do see a
cat
lot
girls
of that.
and
I don't know, that's weird in a way. Like, it's also weird in a way of like, now everything has to be verified to be on, you know, any kind of like Pornhub, whatever type site,
right?
You know? Which really makes you really like think about like goddamn how much of like porn was just the fucking wild west back in the day of like just any fucking thing, you know, like.
Yeah, well, whatever you can't watch on Pornhub or whatever, you go to the dark web, see everything.
Oh yeah, so. But I mean, with the dark web comes a whole different level of fuck.
My God.
You know, like, and plus, like, I just don't think I would feel safe on the dark web. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's too many other fucking deviant shit going on. You know, like I don't know. Like, I get the idea of why people think it's a necessary thing. You know what I mean? As far as like. There are those, you know, people that use it for not fucked up things, you know, because it's a way to access. It's a way of getting access to internet in places that it might be fucking illegal to have it. Right. You know what I mean? Like, or like you live in a fucking oppressed nation type. You know what I mean? Like it does benefit those kind of people, but it's also used for fucking drugs and human trafficking and fucked up. You know, like
everything.
Fucking. Murder Fight Club and you know, like that's the kind of shit that freaks me out. I don't know, you hear those, there's all kinds of videos on, you know, YouTube and all that of like tales from the dark web, and you're like, how much of that is real and how much of that is just fabricated bullshit? Because you hear about some fucked up shit, like people finding out where the people live and fucking murdering them and shit, you know, like you fucked around and got in the wrong place, you know, like, so I don't know, some of that, you know, you're just like, is that just, you know, internet hype to hype your video, or, you know, does shit like that for real happen? Like,
but it's also like, how, it's not unbelievable that it couldn't
It's not, because, I mean, you know, there's people that use platforms that aren't illegal to do fucked up shit, you know, like the Craigslist killer and shit, you know what I mean? So, it's not far-fetched that, you know.
Well, I mean, people use fucking Instagram and Snapchat to stalk people.
Right.
Like, you've got Snapchat, well, you can turn your location on and off, and a lot of the influencer-type people, they will have that shit on there, knowing where everybody is.
Right.
How often you verify your friends through Snapchat?
Right.
Just get a fucking invite, okay, click.
Yeah. Yeah, Snapchat, especially with that kind of element of like, you know, it's not, nothing's really permanent.
Right.
You know, like I'm sure it's used for a lot of nefarious shit.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know, man. Like, I've gotten to the point now where, like, I hate myself for still being on Facebook. Like, it's an addiction. It's a tick, you know? Like, it's just like I'm fucking don't have something to do with my hands type fucking thing. But it's like, there's never anything good on there.
No.
You know, like there's no, you know, it's just like it's too personal because, like, you know, I've got fucking family and all, you know, and I'm like, I'm not really a PG kind of fucking guy, you know, like fucking. So, you know, I got to the point where I was like real weary of like what I posted on it, of like I don't want fucking
to offend this person.
Yeah, you know, and then I was like, well, now you're censoring yourself and you're being like everyone, you know, fuck, mirror, like, so fucking hate that. Fucking Twitter is like, if I could just see the stuff on Twitter of the people I follow, it would be great. But they're so fucking bad about suggested, oh, do you want to follow this person? What about this topic? Do you want to follow this topic? What about this? What about that? And they fucking flooded my fucking timeline with shit that I'm not even fucking following,
right,
to the point where I don't see what my people are fucking posting, you know what I mean? And then you've got the aspect of like
fucking purpose
of, well, you're followed to this person, you can see all this shit that everybody retweets. I don't want to see like 50 million retweets of shit, you know, like, so, you know, that's where you get into seeing some of the more like toxic shit, is when it gets retweeted and filters through all of your other shit, you know, and then it's like, dude, I don't even want to be on here. Like, I just got on here because I wanted to fucking, I don't know, read some shit posts and fucking hear some comic book news or something. You know, like, I don't, like, what's going on with wrestling? You know, I don't get on Twitter to be like, fucking political, fucking when I'm, you know, equality, but not. And, you know, like, fuck off. Fuck off. Like, it just, everybody has a fucking platform now, and it sucks, you know, like, some shit. It's like, keep it to yourself. Just keep it to your fucking self. You know, like,
I gotta be heard. Everybody has to know what I'm thinking whenever I want to put it out there. Yeah, so that's why I don't have that shit. I got Snapchat, and that's like very close friends that I have that on. And
I mean, I respect you for it. You know, like, if I use it more for promotion than I do anything else.
Yeah,
you know,
and I can understand that.
I'm just trying to get our product out, you know. But.
Well, and even like I understand when people are like, well, that's how I keep up with family that live in other states and stuff. Okay,
right,
that's fine. But then everybody has to voice their opinion and get upset and butthurt, and you can't just be like, oh, well, I understand where you're coming from, but I feel this way.
Like people beef over social media and
relationships and hating on each other and pissing each other off.
That's why I try not to get too personal on any of it, you know, like, because I just don't want to put my shit out there. You know, I don't know. It's just kind of a courtesy thing. Of like, do you really think people like want to hear your fucking baggage? You know, like, I don't know. I guess we all got to have our outlets, but it just, I don't know. I feel unhealthy because of it. Like, I really feel like I should just cut it all out.
Have you watched The Social Dilemma yet?
No.
It's a documentary on Netflix. You should check it out because it talks all about that.
I've watched a lot of stuff about, especially about how, like, it fucks with our serotonin. Mm-hmm. You know, like that feeling you get of like somebody liking your shit, and then like immediately that serotonin is depleted, and you need something else. It's like it's like a drug, you know. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I feel addicted to it, you know. Like there's no reason I should get on there as much as I do, you know. But it's just it's embedded, you know. Like I fucking hate it. Like I don't know. I've just gotten into this fucking cynical fucking bullshit kind of mood lately. Like, I don't know. I told a friend of mine the other day, I was like, I don't like what the world has turned into, to the point where I wish I could just check out of it completely. You know, like, that's where my head's at. Like, I just don't even want to function anymore as a person. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I don't know.
I keep seeing these like videos and shit of people talking about how don't you just want to just move out to the middle of the woods and build you a cabin that's solar powered and collect rainwater so you don't have to pay bills and you can just completely disconnect from society and just live on your own off the land, learn how to cook, blah blah blah. And he's like, and then you don't have to do that without fucking internet and blah blah blah, because you can do it this way, and it's showing you all how you can still have your computers and video games, powered electricity, and just living off the grid completely.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that sounds fucking fantastic. Until somebody comes knocking on your door and like, you're not supposed to be here. What are you doing?
Feeling a little light in the tax pocket.
Yeah.
You need to give us some money for existing.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is.
And that is what life is give me money so you can live.
Exactly.
And I'm sick of that system. Like, I don't know. It's fucking
yeah. Oh, I totally understand where you're coming from. The way everything's gotten with the whole COVID shit and everybody having to wear masks and social distancing and all that stuff.
I don't know, to me it brought out the worst of us as a people, to the point where it was like I was ashamed to be part of the fucking human race. And it's not like you can just be like, oh, well, I can look to the future. What the fuck does the future got?
Yeah,
it doesn't, like, everything looks fucking bleak as fuck right now. Like, that's what keeps you going as a human being, is like, there's fucking light at the end of the tunnel, but right now there is no light, you know, like, and yeah, shit might be better, like, here in a couple of years, but it's gonna be a fucking hot minute before we're like, I don't know, and even then, it's never gonna be the fucking same, ever again, ever, you know? Let's do something else, man.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the
I don't
anthill
either.
kids.
I'm fucking done. Fucking done.
I don't want to talk about the anthill kids because that's even some more fucked up, depressing shit.
You just gonna
Yeah,
cut
we'll cut that. We'll
Save-
talk about that for
save it for
another
another
day.
day.
Because I can find a lot more shit on that because this is some pretty fucked up stuff. Like mutilating babies and kids
Oh,
and
God.
followers and doing some fucking horrible things.
Oh, Colts.
Yeah.
So switching fucking gears to something that we've talked about on the previous show. Gwyneth Paltrow's Smells Like My Vagina candle. We had quite a good time with that. And it's just the gift that keeps on fucking giving.
Yeah, man.
Because Mac brought me this story about fucking if you burn it for, what is it, over 2 hours, it will fucking explode.
Kaboom!
And it happened to somebody, and now he is suing and trying to get, what you said, $5 million?
$5 million in damages.
Wow.
That's what they said.
So, a lot to unpack here. First of all, like, I still don't know what this fucking candle actually smells like. I'm very curious. But, fucking, it, like the way you were talking, it was almost like they were very well aware that this candle is volatile after 2 hours.
Yeah, because apparently it has a warning on all their candles not to burn for longer than 2 hours. Well, this dude left it burning for 3. And it's a boom.
I'm assuming that it has some kind of byproduct chemical that is produced or something.
Maybe, or it like, because you know sometimes if you burn a candle too long, it'll melt all the fucking wax in it. If it gets too hot,
Right.
and it'll just be like a pool
Like
of
a
wax,
puddle.
and it will heat that glass up so much that it cracks, it'll shatter,
yeah.
and fucking go everywhere. And that's probably what happened with that situation. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's right, who's wrong.
Right, yeah. But I mean, how much damage could that have really
$5
done?
million,
$5
really?
million,
It's
that's
just
holy
wax.
shit.
Like, where you live in Texas? What the fuck are
like
you?
you're trying to, you know.
Make a point.
I was about to say, well, like part of that is more like emotional damage than physical.
Yeah,
you know what I
really.
mean? Like that's
I'm sure they could
that's what they're
settle
trying
out
to
of
do.
court.
Oh, and that's
Yeah.
probably what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, shoot high so you can get
Right,
something.
exactly. That's exactly what they tell you to do.
It's like, oh, we're gonna go for $5 million. They'll probably settle on 1.5.
Yeah, or
that's
something.
cool.
Yeah, 2. You know, fucking whatever. Something. You know, that's a lawyer tactic. You know, like, I'm sure that was not that guy's idea.
But yeah, fucking vagina candle.
Vagina
going-
candle explodes in your fucking face.
Oh, that's
After that second
disgusting.
hour, it just can't take no more.
Jesus Christ.
Gwyneth Paltrow, you weird bitch. With your goop products.
You know, Downey had to talk her into being in the Marvel franchise.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't shock me. She strikes me as a person who would be like, that's not a real film.
He basically told, he's like, don't you want to be in a movie that's actually going to be watched?
Wow. Fucking wow. Dude, that rules. Like, it is like, that just bumped Robert Downey Jr. up a notch on my respect level. Hey, bitch, you know, like, you make some weird shit. You know, don't you want some money?
To fund your crazy
To fund your crazy shit so you can keep doing your weirdo shit. Like,
Oh, man.
but hey, man, like, everybody that's done it is like, yo, if you're signing on for Marvel, you're signing on for a fucking hot minute. Like, this is, you're committing to this. Like,
Yeah.
because they're like, you never know when they might call you back for another fucking movie. Like, your character could be done, you know, and you'd
Right.
be like, I'm not done. And they'll be like, yo, we need a spot right here. you
Yeah,
know,
we
like,
need you to come fill in that little
I mean, that's
thing.
what happened with dude that played Red Skull, you know, like,
Yeah.
he didn't stick around, so they got somebody else, you know, like, that's how they act with that. Like, they're like, oh, you know, nobody is irreplaceable here, like, you know, like,
Which in that case, it was easy to do because of, well, I mean, it's CG face.
Right, that was a little easier to hide, you know what I mean? But, like, when you go from Iron Man 1 to fucking 2, you're like, wait a minute. Like, where's Terrence Howard? Oh, wait, he was a dick and they didn't want him to come back.
Which, you know, in hindsight, it's like, man, I wish you would have just cast Don Cheadle to begin with.
Yeah, really,
because
he
fucking
rolls.
rocks,
Yeah, he
man.
fucking
I love
rolls.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he's fucking great. He's like the right amount of like comedy and seriousness. And,
Yeah.
like, he's just perfect. He's fucking perfect. Like to me, he was the best part of 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, without a doubt. You know, like I didn't care for Iron Man 2 or 3, but Don Cheadle rolled as War Machine.
Hell yeah.
Playing a military background character, you know what I mean? Like he was good at it. He's a good actor. Plus, I don't know. He just seems funny as fuck in interviews and shit. Like I don't know. He's real
silly as hell.
He was real quick to bury fucking Brie Larson and shit.
Oh yeah,
that I don't know.
That was fantastic.
That tickled me to death.
Because he said what we were all thinking.
Yeah, like, bitch, you ain't part of this. Like, you come in late. What the fuck? We've been here for fucking years.
We've been putting in work.
Sweating it out in these costumes. You just show up, and now you the baddest bitch here. Fuck you.
No.
And that's why, another reason why I thought it was kind of funny that they doubled down on Scarlet Witch. It's like, no, we've lost a little faith.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people said. Like, it's not Captain Marvel 2, it's the Marvels. They don't feel she's strong enough of a character to carry a second movie.
Because she ran her mouth, and people are
People don't like her. People don't like her because she's just a fucking.
If she would have done what the rest of the cast members have been doing, it's kind of like, I'm not going to put my opinion on that.
She immediately tried to use that as a platform.
Yeah.
Like,
so leave it alone.
Fuck off. You know, like, I don't know. I know that was a big concern of a lot of people. It was like, but fucking Marvel movies is going to turn into fucking social justice warrior bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that was the worry.
Yeah. It seemed like it there for a minute, but I don't know. You know, it seems like they've reined it in some. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I feel like they're doing better at making it more of a common feel to the story instead of just like shoving it down your throat.
Right, yeah. Working it in more organically.
Exactly.
That's what you need.
Better put.
Yeah, just don't shove it down people's throats. That's why people immediately fight back.
Yep.
You know, like,
you don't like being told how to feel.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't do that.
Don't tell me how to love and how to hate.
You sorry son of a bitch.
Sorry, son of a bitch. Fucking Chris Rock made a goddamn Saw movie, man.
Yes. And I fucking want to see it.
Yeah, I am actually very intrigued. I texted you, and I was like, God damn it, they're making a fucking another Saw movie. And then I come back later and I was like, well, Chris Rock wrote it, so I'm probably going to check it out. But I read the article on it, and he met the dude from, like, the head of Lionsgate at, like, a party or something. Like, I guess this was pre-pandemic. And was just like, oh, yeah, Saw. And he said, I just, like, bugged this motherfucker about Saw, like, the whole night. And then got a call later, like, hey, would you be interested in doing a Saw movie? And they were like
can you imagine that?
I couldn't.
Just be like,
I couldn't.
Every time you run into him at the fucking party, you're like, oh yeah, so I had this idea for the Saw thing, and blah 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 blah. You should really check this out and do this and do something like this, and then, God damn, would you leave me? You know what? I gotta go to the bathroom. He goes to the bathroom. Like, would you call this motherfucker? Would
you call Chris Rock
and ask him so he will leave me the fuck alone at this thing? God damn it!
But he was talking about the aspect of like Get Out. You know, I was telling you about, like, there's humor in Get Out, but it's done in the right places.
Right.
And it's done in a way that you're like, that's what I'd fucking say.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock was like, the Saw movies just need, like, 3 spots like that. And, you know, it would be such a more enjoyable experience, you know. But he was just talking about, he's like, you know, he got the call to do Fargo. And he's like, I'd never done TV like that. So I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm just trying to do stuff I've never really done before.
Right.
So when he got the call to do Saw, he was like, fuck yeah. Like, so. But I mean, it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Ooh.
So I mean, it's, you know, James Wan actually came in, like, you know, he's part of the originals.
Yeah.
You know? And I guess, I don't know if he's a co-writer or advisor or whatever. You know, he was involved in the process. But I don't know, I'm very intrigued, you know, like where they're going with it, you know.
See, that Jigsaw movie, it kind of felt like a typical slasher movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Chris was trying to...
Maybe trying to get around.
Yeah.
Make it a little different. Yeah.
A little more how it felt to watch the original ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with a twist to help, I don't know, kind of like you said, like Get Out.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah, I do too. I'm very intrigued to see what he does with it, you know, because I love the Saw movies. Like, I honestly, I didn't hate Jigsaw.
It wasn't bad, but it didn't have that feeling like the other ones did.
But I would say it was probably better than like 5. Like, around like 4 and 5, they kind of tapered, and then they kind of got back on track.
Right.
There was like 1 or 2 movies that I felt like, I was like, that's kind of pointless.
Yeah,
like,
just going a little bit.
Yeah, you're just using the formula of it, and in certain characters that nobody really gives a shit about. You know what I mean? Like, cause you know, Jigsaw's fucking dead, has been since the 3rd movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, after a while, you're like, how many people did this motherfucker interact with? You know, like, that just keep picking up his fucking plans.
Right.
But I did like the element of, like, you know, some people inherited his plans that probably shouldn't have fucking inherited his plans, you know. So it does get into the mentality of, like, it takes a strong, almost moral code to enact his plans the proper way that he would have wanted them. Because, you know, the wife takes over for a little while, and then she even kind of violates the code and ends up, you know, getting fucked. So, you know, like, it's like, you gotta play by the rules, you gotta play the game, or you gotta fucking die.
Exactly.
And that, you know, that element of it always made for some great fucking moments, you know, like 2, when the fucking safe opens, and you're like, bro, if you'd have just played the rules, like, you know, like, and that's the thing, like, you could always count on Jigsaw to be a man of his word. If you played the game, you could win. You know, like, you could win your freedom. It was going to cost you something.
Yeah.
But he always delivered on what the objective was to win.
Exactly.
Like, so
that's how the people who survived the game
changed.
Yeah.
That was what he wanted those people that didn't appreciate their life to appreciate the gift that they had. You know, because it was taken away from him, you know. And what a fucking motive, you know, for a horror villain, you know, because a lot of people's like, he never really actually killed anybody. You know, the murder was never really on his hand. He facilitated it.
Right.
But he never pulled the trigger on anybody. He never cut anybody, you know, so it was like, I mean, after I saw, like, when the first one came out, I saw the trailer, was like, fuck that. I hate gore, horror, I'm not into it. But so many people watched it, it was like, bro, like,
just fucking check it out.
Just please, like, it's a fucking head fuck movie.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and him getting off the floor, I was like, you got me.
Yep.
You sold me.
Yep.
So when 2 came out, I was like, I don't care what you're doing, I'm in. You know, so, like, they hooked me after that to the point where I stuck with the whole goddamn thing just to see, you know, because, like I said, it got to a point where I wasn't really liking it anymore. I was like, you're fucking my...
It felt like the story was deviating from what it was supposed to be.
They felt like cash grabs. You know, like, this is popular, let's just get in on it. You know, like, they were going to do with it like they've done every other fucking horror franchise. And that's why I soured, because I was like, y'all are going to turn it into fucking, you know, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, where I don't fucking care anymore.
Yep.
But thankfully, I'm pretty sure James Wan got back involved, especially around the end. Because, like I said, the 9th movie, if that was it, I was fucking, that ruled to me. I was like, that's exactly where I want to be. You know, like, so everything was wrapped up nice. Everything, even from movie fucking 1, was paid off, and I was like, That's all I wanted.
Yep.
That's all I wanted. I wanted everything to be interconnected and make sense, and it did by the end. Like, but then I was a little weary when Jigsaw came out. But you know, it's a great formula to build off of. You know, because I mean, no telling what the Book of Saw, fucking how long that shit is. I mean, you could make movies forever if you wanted to, but I just hope it doesn't ever get to that point where you're like, oh, god damn it.
Sci-fi channel shit.
Right, yeah, it's just like fucking somebody fucking half-ass paid for it.
Like some pumpkin head shit.
Right, yeah. When it gets to that, I don't know more, you know, but if Chris Rock gave a shit enough to be like, yo, let me take a stab.
Yeah.
I'm definitely intrigued.
Well, he seems like he's got good ideas, and
Yeah.
so Henry Cavill is joining the Highlander.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
It's a reboot of the 80s show.
I am immortal!
So I wonder if he's going to be the head dude.
Is he gonna be the Highlander?
Oh shit, the director of John Wick is going to be doing it.
Oh. Interesting. Are they gonna be movies, or is it like a series?
Movie.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That's going to be fun. They just wrapped up filming of season 2 of Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've watched that.
I haven't.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like I'm not worried about Henry Cavill.
I'm worried that Superman's gonna get fucking dicked around.
Oh yeah, I'm totally.
But
That's what I was about to get into. Is like I'm totally worried that Superman's gonna get dicked, but you know, Henry Cavill as an actor has always been stuff.
Oh yeah, he's too great of a person too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really hoping that The Rock
Yeah,
throws enough weight around to make it happen.
I know Henry's like, look, if you can make it happen, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, and that, you know, they clearly had plans back in the day. They were hanging out when that was like first announced, so it was clear that they wanted to do some stuff together. Like, but one thing that kind of pissed me off, I was like, scrolling through news. It's like, first look at Rock in the Black Adam costume. And I was like, oh, cool. And I click on it, and it's just him in like a Jedi robe. And it's like the most vague fucking thing. I was like, fuck off. That's not his costume.
Yeah.
He's just like, you're just giving me a first look of him in something.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. I was like, that's click fucking bait, man.
For
like,
sure.
Suck a dick. Like,
yeah. Until like y'all tell me it's like halfway through filming, I'm not gonna.
yeah, like they are in
know.
like early stage filming.
Yeah.
Of this, like, so yeah, there's still a lot to do, but yeah, I mean, it's like fucking Pattinson's Batman. There's always like a new fucking thing from the set that shows you this. And
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna look at that. I'm not gonna click.
Well, I mean, if you do, it's like shit you've pretty much already fucking seen.
Like in the trailer or something.
Yeah, or just, you know, just something so minuscule that you're like, that doesn't tell me shit. Fuck off. Like,
I think this, you know, we should use that for all of our titles now.
we did do that with one of our last of us streams. If you look at live stream 7, there's a fucking clickbait thumbnail of how you can time travel in the last of us. Just because it was made a joke throughout the series of how that they weren't flashbacks, we were time traveling. We're just like, we should just go full blown clickbait.
Hell yeah.
So we did on one. And I was like, it didn't really get us any other views or anything, but it was just funny to do. Fucking the arrow pointing with the emoji of like, oh, you know, like.
That's awesome. Somebody's gonna see it, and
somebody is gonna see it one day and be like, what? And they're gonna click on it and be super pissed. Because we don't even mention it until like maybe the second hour of a 3-hour stream. So, and we do straight up say like, Chance is like, yo, if you're still watching at this point, sorry. It's like, I really hope one person at least. Those motherfuckers! I am going to the comment section.
Yes, please do.
Please
I
tell
want to
us.
see your bitchy comment.
We'll put you right.
It'll make me.
We'll
smile.
put you right there next to the Emil Hirsch guy.
Yeah, it'll make me smile so much.
Good shit.
Yeah, The Witcher was great. Like, it felt good.
Yeah. I know the games were super successful.
We should play
Yeah.
live streams
Yeah.
in Witcher.
Maybe we should. I don't know. We're definitely like looking at some new stuff to live stream for the next go around because
something a little more lighthearted, maybe
a little lighter tone. But we're thinking about maybe something like a fighting game, like a Injustice or a Mortal Kombat X or something.
All right.
I've heard 11 sucks, so
really
no Mortal Kombat 11. Goatman said they made it almost like they had it in mind to play it like more for the people that play it competitively.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said the configuration and stuff is different. It doesn't really handle the same way. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. But I have played Mortal Kombat X, and it handles like a fucking dream.
Yeah.
And the story's good, so
yeah.
And plus, you know, if we did Injustice 2, like that, I mean, that's an epic fucking story. Like,
have you played it yet?
Yes, it's very fucking good.
They're making that into a fucking animated movie.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about that. They're also doing the animated version of The Long Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Super excited
The trailers are gnarly.
Yeah. Jensen Ackles is voicing Batman.
And the little bits that I heard in the trailers,
fucking
sounds good.
Dude, he's just got a great voice, man. Like, when I genuinely loved him as Red Hood. Like, like the emotion that he put into that was so fucking good, you know, like. So when I heard that he was Batman, I didn't even question it. I was like, he'll be awesome. Like, he'll be fucking great. Like, he does. He sounds really good. Like, because it's not his Red Hood voice. He's changed it.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is his version, and it sounds great. Like, I love the way it's animated. It almost kind of reminds me of the way they animated that show on Adult Swim, the Venture Brothers.
I never watched it.
Yeah. It's kind of got that style to it, like American anime, like. But it's the way it's animated that I like. It's kind of simplistic, but the way the books were drawn was too.
Right.
So it's not exactly that style, but it's it's kind of taking a page from that of like the art's kind of secondary to the heaviness of the story.
Right.
You know, that was the big thing. They really wanted you to pay attention to the story and the book. Because it's a long murder mystery, and there's lots of
because it's over a year.
It's over a calendar year. He kills on holidays, which you would think would be the calendar man, but no, he's like the Hannibal Lecter of the story. He's the guy that Batman keeps going to try to figure it out.
Right.
You know, so there's lots of misdirects and like, oh, is it this person? Is it this person? You know, like because you get heavily into the mob with this.
Right.
Of the Falcones and the Maroni family feuding, plus all
like
these fucking
the entire Rogues Gallery,
right? The entire Rogues Gallery, fucking getting mixed in. You know, like I loved when I saw the scene of Scarecrow and the Mad Hatter on the wagon.
Yes,
that's totally in the books. Like it's such a cool visual of like I don't know. It's just those are two of my favorite villains. Just it was iconic almost seeing that. Yeah, it's if you like those stories that has like all the Batman's villains in one, like that's one to read for sure. It's a thick novel, but it's so good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I pitched the idea of it maybe being a comic book night podcast.
For sure. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do that.
A movie book comparison because I think
because I'm gonna read the book.
Yeah,
and get up with it before I watch the movie.
I let Mac borrow the book, so that might be in the future.
Oh, it is.
I think we could do a real good deep dive on that, and differentiate the differences between the animated movie because there's always something that's a little different.
Well, yeah,
you got to, but
you don't want to have the exact same fucking thing,
right? But the fact
when you
that
have the license to do something a little different.
But when I saw it was a two-parter, I was like, good.
Yeah,
I was very like, don't try to shove this into one movie.
No, because Jesus Christ.
So I was very stoked. Kind of like the Dark Knight Returns. They made that a two-part, and it needed to be. So it's a hefty story, and like when you watch it all together, it's like a full movie.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I get excited about DC's animated shit more than I do their movies.
Well, it's because they keep fucking flip-flopping on what the fuck they want to do with the live action shit.
Yeah. I think Flash is supposed to fix it all. Or at least get them to a place where, like, this is what we're doing now.
Right.
So,
God damn it, they need to do something.
AT&T recently merged with Discovery Plus. I was telling you, a lot of insiders think that could be potentially good from a an artistic standpoint of movies, because apparently the head of Discovery is a little more talent friendly, I guess, than
That's
the old
good.
head. So I guess only time will tell, but you know, there was a kind of a glimmer of hope with that, of like maybe if you change around some of the people up top, that could be better.
Yep,
So,
for sure.
and you know, we all know that Warner Brothers is a bunch of fucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Indecisive
especially
assholes.
after Justice League, I'm like, you need to fire some people and switch some people around, I think.
Yep.
You know, like,
Yeah, because somebody's not paying attention to what's going on.
yeah, you know,
And
if your
what the
actors are
reality of
being
the
fucking,
situation
yeah,
is.
if your actors are being harassed and threatened on set, then you know you're not taking a good enough look.
Exactly.
So, yeah, hopefully some shit happens with that.
And also, why don't you let the motherfucking directors do what they
Yeah,
fucking
get the
signed
fuck
up to
out of
do?
there. like, I had a conversation with somebody recently about how gaming is the same fucking thing. As far as the people making the games, they want to give you a good game. They don't want to give you shit. They don't.
Right.
Because why would you work so fucking hard on something that sucks?
Yeah.
Like, they have a company above them that's... they don't give a fuck about
Right.
artistic vision or how long this is going to fucking take. How many people do we have to get to throw at this to make this fucking done early and
And get it out there
get
on the
it out there on
shelves.
the shelves so we can get the fucking money?
Yeah, so we could charge them $70 for this game, make
So
a bunch of money real quick, and then them get pissed off
Right.
and turn around and resell
I was
it
about
back.
to say, like, that's what happened with fucking Cyberpunk. I watched this whole fucking thing on Cyberpunk, which pretty much convinced me I'm probably never going to fucking play this game. All the shit, all the demo shit that you saw at G4 and all these fuck, you know, E3
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck, all of that was fake. They made that shit just to sell you in.
Oh, wow.
So none of that was actually part of the game. So they made a bunch of fake trailers, spent all this money on fucking hype and promotion and shit for a game that was nowhere fucking near done. The developer straight up said, we need another year if you want this game to be what it's supposed to be. And they said, no, you get that shit out. And they did. And they put out a broken fucking game. And it's the first game to ever be taken off of the fucking PlayStation Store.
Wow.
Like that, like they offered legit fucking refunds to people for this game. The investors of this game sued the company for not getting what the fuck they invested money in. You know, like, so it's, I mean, it's a fucking
Shit show.
it's a shit show. Like, they'll probably not recover from it.
Wow.
And that's sad because the people that made that game really wanted you to have a cool game, but fucking Sony stuck their dick up their ass and was like, get it out, we want the money. You know, so the way you stop shit like that is stop giving money to it. But we're in a stage now where everybody owns so many other fucking things that they're gonna get your money one way or the other. They genuinely don't fucking care if you like it. We just want your money. You
Yeah.
know, like, which seems like a bad fucking business model of like you just continuously fuck your people over and over and over again, like, and expect them to come back, but they're like, you will, or we'll get you some other way.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just fuck, because you can't like rage against it because they're
Yeah,
gonna
'cause
win
what are
anyway.
you gonna do?
What are you
Like,
gonna do? Yeah,
They're going to be like, all right, then don't buy it, but we're going to put this other game out next year. You'll buy it.
you want it, you know, like, yeah. So they're gonna get you some kind of fucking way. So it's hard to like cripple the problem, you know, like you can't just choke it out, you know, like. Well, Machiavellis, do you have a booty of the fucking week?
Fucking Kate McKinnon.
I love Kate McKinnon.
Her
Say,
fucking...
say what you want about the new Ghostbusters, but like she was like one of the hottest fucking parts of
Yes.
that movie to me.
I mean, she's... Not only is she hot as fuck and sexy, she's hilarious
She's
as hell.
oh, she's hysterical.
I love her sense of humor. Like, watch her in interviews and stuff.
Yeah, but she commits, man. Like
For
it's
sure.
like, she's great.
If there is a good part of SNL, she's it.
Probably it. Yeah, yeah.
The only it.
She strikes me as the kind of person that can like break people too,
Oh,
like
yeah.
on Saturday Night
Oh
Live.
yeah.
Because she goes so all in.
And she would be the one to break them, but still be able to
Still-
maintain
yeah,
character
yeah.
the entire time.
Yeah. Like she almost kind of reminds me of like female Chris Farley in a
Yeah.
way. Like
She's amazing.
yeah.
But yeah, That's Buoy of the Week for sure.
Buoy of the Week. Well, I got one more fucking story. We can call it a day. But I think this is a fun one to go out on.
Okay.
A parrot has been taken into custody in northern Brazil following a police raid targeting crack dealers. And according to reports, the bird had been taught to alert the criminals to police operations by shouting, "Mum, the police."
What? Wow.
Says the parrot, who has not been named, was seized on Monday during a raid on a drug den. What officer said, he must have been trained for this. Well, no shit.
Oh, you can't name him though.
As soon, yeah, this parrot, who shall not be named. The names have been changed to protect this parrot.
Oh God!
But a journalist came face to face with the imprisoned parrot on Tuesday and described it as super obedient.
Wow!
And that it kept its beak firmly shut after being arrested. So it's also been taught not to snitch.
Oh, brilliant parrot!
What a gangster motherfucking parrot!
So they're gonna have to have somebody go in undercover just to talk to this parrot.
So they're gonna send in another parrot. A police parrot disguised as like a friend, you know.
What did you see?
Can't imagine what you're going through.
Was it just dime bags?
What kind of weed are we talking about now?
Did they manufacture it too? How many was it?
Like, okay, if somebody makes this show, I'm all in.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
An interrogating parrot.
Wow.
You're a loose cannon, parrot. Can't trust you anymore. Gonna have to give you a partner.
You almost bit his whole finger off. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a pretty goddamn good one.
That. I mean, a loyal parrot.
For real.
That is, yeah, dude. Like dogs don't even do that shit.
Yeah, I mean they'll bark and shit, but I mean, you straight up like, "Mom, the police!" Yo, get the shit up! The fucking cops are here!
Flush it! Flush it! I hope they interview it on TV.
Yeah, totally. Like, I want to see more follow up to this parrot now. I want it to get a Netflix.
Release the body cam footage.
Yeah, I want a Netflix documentary about this parrot.
That probably will.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, if you're gonna do a Tiger King, you gotta do a
Oh
fucking
yeah.
unnamed parrot.
Parrot kingpin.
Parrot whistleblower.
Parrot enforcer.
That's fantastic.
That's the bird that when you come over and get you dope, like you're scared of it and you don't really want to get near it, but they're like, "Oh, come on in here," and you're like, is he cool? Like,
yeah.
That's pretty fucking fantastic. It really makes me wonder now, like, are there going to be future, like, parrots like that? And are there going to be parrots that, like, are wearing a wire and are constantly sweating it? Like, they're going to get figured out. They'll send you in there. You're going to be wearing a wire.
No! They're gonna know!
Yeah. It's going to be this real tense situation. They're like, who you been talking to, parrot? Rip his feathers off. I knew it! You fuck!
Once I take these last 3, you won't be able to fly!
Unnamed parrot, you son of a bitch.
That's just fantastic. What's his name? We can't divulge that information.
That's classified information.
But it's a bird.
Let it go,
All
man.
Right. We got to take out the witness. Who is it? I can't say his name. It's the bird.
He just pushes a Polaroid over the
table. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
This is the target. You man enough for this?
What if there's others there? Take them all out.
Make it look like an accident. Well, fucking A, we've been going for like nearly an hour and a half.
So I think that's long enough for these fuckers.
I think that is well enough, given how I feel about everything right now. We're gonna keep doing this shit, y'all, whether you like it or not. But we'd rather have you
like it
and be with us. And seriously, show up to the live streams. You never know what we might be playing, and it is fun. It's always way more fun when we have people in the chat to interact with. And hey, we'll give you power sometimes. Like if we're doing something and it's like a multiple choice thing, we'll be like, "Yo, chat, what do you want to do?"
Yeah,
we'll let you decide if we're a terrible person or not.
Yeah.
If we play a character as terribly as we can, it's your call, man. We'll do whatever. We love our peeps, man. We want to keep this going and want it to be successful. We want it to be interactive, you know. Like that's what makes it fun when other people get involved. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for listening. We will catch y'all next time.
Holla holla.